Today is an incredibly exciting day. Do you guys notice anything about this basin? Or about these brass funnels? Or the crushing wheel? Or the mechanical arm? Oh yeah, that's right, Trifecta is now on the brand new Create update 0.5.1, the Rise and Shine update as they're calling it. It took a little while for it to be ported to Fabric, but we just updated here not too long ago. We just updated the server, so I hope everything is okay for this episode. I hope we don't run into any issues, but Lashmac and I are just going crazy for some of the new stuff here. We're both incredibly excited. So originally I was going to do some other things this episode, but I think we start off today by checking out some of the new Create update items and blocks. And okay, I already spot the first issue. Why is there iron golems outside the iron golem farm? You're not supposed to be here. Oh, you know what? I was breeding the villagers. I bet they spawned in this village here. Yeah, there's a lot more yeah, they probably spawned with these guys. I need to get these guys moved. I just wanted to grab some iron. And the very first thing I want to check out is a new block from Create called Industrial Iron. Made from one... Oh, it gives you two. One iron ingot for two blocks of industrial iron. And I've been waiting for these things. Check this out. How cool of a texture is that? That is going to go awesome in our Create train station down here, which we constructed the entrance to in the previous episode. We also built the retaining wall and we built this bridge across here. There's a lot of things in this update involving the trains, so hopefully we can get our very first train today. I also saw in the patch notes that you can... Wait, are these wrenchable? Oh, they are. Nice. I also saw that you can cover chutes with industrial iron. Oh, look at that. That is perfect. That is so awesome. Because these were also always a very awkward block to try and cover. But this is super cool. So at the very end of last episode, we managed to get our full set of netherite armor, as well as the full set of tools. We were missing a bow though. I did do some enchanting between episodes and managed to get this Power 4, Infinity, and Breaking 3 Flame and Punch 1 bow. We have some visitors out here. Check this guy out. Look at that. It gives you Slowness 4, Resistance 3. And that is I think that is a supplementary's quiver, which can sometimes spawn on naturally generating skeletons. Yeah, look at that. They have a chance to have random tipped arrows. Some of those guys are really deadly. And I missed. One of the other brand new features in this version of Create is the diving boots. Or actually, I don't think the diving boots are new. What's new is the ability to combine them with a netherite set and get the netherite diving boots. And we do keep enchantments, which is pretty cool. The netherite diving boots, as you can imagine, give you the ability to walk underwater. You can also jump underwater, which is pretty awesome. Oh wait, can we not swim with these on now? Oh no. Wait. Wait, you have to like jump up water? I guess you can't swim with them on. Okay, that was an interesting trade-off. Wearing the diving boots though, we're no longer affected by mechanical belts. Normally this would push us off to the side here, but we can stand still freely. And I'm pretty sure they have a fancy new texture. If we take off the leggings here, yeah, they have those like bracers on the side on our hips. I don't think that's on the regular netherite boots, right? There is also a diving helmet, which can also be made netherite. Now this is a look. Oh, I love this so much. That's awesome. And finally, for the diving suit, there is a new netherite back tank, which is the upgrade from the copper back tank. The copper one was in the previous versions, although I've never used it before. I believe similar to the other pieces, we can upgrade our netherite chest plate. Does it give us the same armor stats? Yeah, I think it does, 831. And again, we keep all the enchantments. And now we've got ourselves a back tank. And we can charge it by giving it rotational power. I'm not sure if it has to go on the side or not, or the top. Aha, now we're charging. And apparently it charges based on how fast you give it rotational force. So the faster this shaft spins, the faster it will charge. Since we now have the full set, we're now immune to fire. As long as we have air pressure in the back tank, we can now breathe underwater for, oh, it looks like 14 minutes. You can see down there on the bottom right. And there is, I believe, also a capacity enchantment that you can add to this thing, which extends it all the way up to 30 minutes. And the best part, I mean, other than the aesthetics, is that we also have immunity to lava. Oh, and apparently magma blocks. Nice, and we get our advancement. I think we have increased movement inside lava as well. Let's see if we can... Oh yeah. Yeah, we're definitely faster in the lava. Do we dare to jump in here? Wait, first of all, can we climb lava? Yeah, it looks like we can, so we can probably get back up. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Oh yeah, and we can swim upwards in lava. Okay, that's what I was kind of afraid of. Is sinking to the bottom like you do in water. But yeah, we have increased vision under here. This feels kind of wrong. And it looks like it's the same 14-minute capacity on the basic tank, or on the netherite tank. I'm assuming with the capacity enchantment, it also goes up to 30 minutes. Hey, were you the Enderman that killed us? Put the second death on our scoreboard? Take that. No, but I think it's time we exit the nether. I've already spent over an hour, maybe close to 2 hours here. And I was looking for, not these guys, I was looking for wither skeletons, of course for the wither skeleton skulls. And we killed a lot of wither skeletons. Fortunately, we did have looting 3. I can't imagine how long it would have taken to get 3 wither skeleton skulls without looting 3. It took around 20 minutes to get the first skull, and then after that it was quite a bit slower. Alright, let's beat this wither. It's been a while since I've fought any withers. Wish me luck. Yeah, we got a golden apple here. Here goes nothing, I guess. Oh, this is going to be loud. Hey, this is a lot easier than I remember it being. Can we do this no hit? We might be able to. 4 HP. No hit. Oh, I wonder, did we get his head? We got his head! Invulnerable Wither's head. How does that look? Better than our diving helmet? Probably not. Actually, that's pretty cool. And we of course got our star, right? Yes, we got the nether star. Perfect. Well, that was easy. Alright, so back at the base, we got ourselves a beacon base, just underneath the basement of the workshop. Let's grab the first beacon. Has to have sky access. Hopefully we built this in a appropriate location. Yes, we did. Oh, wait a second, wait. A rogue deployer has made the advancement? That doesn't seem to be right. I think it kept all of our other advancements, yeah. That's a little strange. Anyways, we're gonna grab haste 2. And I thought this would be handy to try clear out a lot of this land here, which still lies in the way of our train yard. My goal here is to try to get a train to spawn. As I mentioned last episode, I have never played with the trains before. Do we have Instamine? Yes, we have Instamine, perfect. Never played with the trains before, so honestly I don't know if that's a realistic goal today or not, especially given the material costs, because we're still yet to make any tracks, which cost some stone, which we are kind of running, yeah, stone, smooth stone or andesite, and then iron or zinc, and we'll have to set up this recipe sequence. And then also the materials for the trains themselves, which I also have no idea what it involves, but hopefully we can get into things here, and we'll experiment together. That's sometimes half the fun. Actually, that's always all the fun. Yeah, this tree... Oh, there's new textures on the saws. Yeah, this tree farm is going to have to get moved. I also did remove all of our starting tech over there. The very first water wheels that we used are now gone. And yeah, we'll have to set this up again, but it can't really stay here any longer. So yeah, I'm not sure how much space we'll need, but I want to give us at least enough space in the first part of the train yard. And then we'll look at extending these tracks and making everything associated with the trains. Today is the day. Alright, so we should have some space to work with here. I was also very reluctant to start doing this, but we're going to make another temporary setup out here. I want to incorporate track production into the train station, in like a little production room off to the side. But I don't know exactly how the train station is going to be laid out because of the restrictions of the tracks and the trains, which is what we're about to figure out. So for now, it's going to live over here. And you might also notice some of the new items from the update. The biggest one, of course, being the large water wheel. So this thing is like the regular water wheels, except it generates a little less RPM, meaning that it runs slower. However, it should generate more stress units. So in theory, if we hook it up to a rotational speed controller, then we can get faster output and more stress units than if we use the regular water wheel, which is still in the game, by the way, and it has a fancy new texture. I think it looks a lot better. It looks a lot more consistent with the rest of the Create devices. Anyway, so what we need to do now is get the water wheel spinning, and in the new update you only need to give one water source, one flowing water source, and this is as fast as it's going to go. You no longer need to get the full rotation with water all the way around, and do the thing with soul sand underneath and all that stuff. It's generally a lot more flexible from what it seems like. It would have been really awesome if we had engineer's goggles functionality in the diving helmet. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. But everything is a trade-off, and I kind of like that, to be honest. I kind of like having to trade off different things and not being super powerful all the time. So when we're working with different machinery, we are a little bit exposed, but that kind of means that we have to design safe systems, right? From the mobs. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, we're getting 512 SU from each water wheel. I believe all we have to do is connect a shaft here, and let's also increase the RPM. There's also a fancy new filter system, or UI design, where you hold right click, and I guess this is anti-clockwise and this is clockwise on the top row, so it's a lot easier to get a precise amount. How fast can we go maximum on this? No. Okay, 64 is apparently our limit. It says a rogue deployer once again, look at that. I wonder if that's a bug. And we also got a hidden advancement, perfectly stressed. Get 100% readout from a stressometer. So we are right on the limit here at 64 RPM. Okay, now all we have to do is give it the input ingredients, which is stone slabs. I made sure to keep basically all the stone we just mined there, which is a couple thousand at least. I failed, I think, 3 double chests up there. Yeah, so stone slabs go in the input barrel here. Oh, and we're spinning the wrong way. Easy enough to fix with the new UI. We can just shift it to the top lane. That spins it in the opposite direction, there we go. And then all we need is iron nuggets in this double chest up here. That should send it to the deployer. It's going to make our first train tracks. Look at that. Excellent. Wait, was that an iron nugget that went? I think I might have thrown that onto the belt. Alright, I'm going to load this as full as we can. And basically make a couple of barrels of track. Which is what we'll need at least. We need a couple hundred. I think it's 1 track per block. Oh, there's the advancement. 1 track per block, I'm pretty sure, and spawn is a couple hundred blocks in that direction, so we need a few hundred at least. Hello, Cool Cat. How's it going?
I noticed you have a little, well, pretty well, but I've noticed you have a bit of an iron golem problem.
Yep. Well, I was breeding the villagers, and they kind of created their own village outside the farm, and now we have a bit of a situation. So I need to dispense of some villagers, or move them, or do something.
I like this little setup here just for train tracks. The new water wheels look great, by the way.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't seen these before.
Wait, hold on. I haven't tried this yet, but apparently you can click with a plank, and it changes the texture.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool.
That's so awesome. I believe it works for every vanilla plank in the game. Yeah, there's jungle.
Yeah.
Oakwood.
Jungle looks surprisingly good here.
Yeah, it does. I guess it uses the log texture on the inside and the plank texture on the outside, and then those little braces.
Yeah. No, this is awesome.
It's cool,
These
right?
are going to be good for decoration too, probably.
Okay, so what else do we need for the train? Do you know?
I'm not very versed in this. Tracks, you have the train casings, I assume?
Lash
That Lash
donated,
left you?
yeah, Lash donated some. We have 22 train casing. By the way, do you notice any difference in the brass casing? I mean, it looks the same, but it also, I feel like it's different.
The texture is different. The copper casing floor, I think, is the same.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think
this
that
feels
this-
the same.
This brass one does look like it's changed. Do you have any we can just, like, place down?
It feels brighter.
Yeah,
the
that-
brass feels brighter.
The brass is shinier, like the edges of it. I definitely do feel like the... Oh man, now I'm not sure if I'm going crazy or not.
Yeah,
But
see
the
what I
wood
mean?
texture looks different to me too.
Yeah, perhaps. Something's definitely different in the update anyway. Okay, so I have very minimal materials here. Only 10 precision mechanisms, but that should be enough, and the 22 train casing. Let's see, I'm just going to make one of everything. So, a train signal. We get 4 per craft, so I'm going to make one of those. What else? A train station. I imagine that's pretty important. Let's get a few of those.
I think the train station's going to be your most important one.
Yeah. What else? Train observer. Train observer. Oh, train controls. That's the other thing. We're going to need some glue as well. Okay, we have some materials crafted. Let's see if we can get a train from here to over there. Okay, where do we start? With I guess with the tracks. I guess we lay down a track. Okay, so how do the tracks work? I guess they're directional. Oh, if you click them again, I see. And now we can go like all the way down. Okay, so from what I understand, you need a train station, and I think these are also directional, right? Based on the arrow direction. Then what do we have?
The
Create a
arrow's
new
pointing
train.
this way. I think you now just place down a train casing on the track to start your train.
Here. There we go. That's a good start. So Coolcat and I spent some time familiarizing ourselves with the train system and set a basic goal of making a train move from one side of the yard to the other. The process of creating a train is highly customizable, but there are a couple of requirements, and we'll talk about these when we build our very first train to spawn. We should probably block this up, right? I don't want the train off the edge.
I don't know.
Let's
Would be
do that
pretty
at
cool.
least. I'm really
yeah.
having a hard time picturing how the front is supposed to be.
Well, I think that's partially because this is such like, we said it earlier, the cargo aesthetic. That like, most of the time those don't have a front.
Right. But we still need the train controls for it to be a valid train, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So this needs to be on it somewhere. Oh,
Why
Lashmac.
don't you guys sleep?
Lashmac is here.
Get to work. I'm gone.
We didn't sleep because... Oh, nope. He enderpearled away.
Is he gone?
He's not interested in reason.
No.
No, of course not. But I'm stuck. Okay.
This looks almost
Yeah,
backwards.
the copycat blocks her. The train?
Yeah. Is this
Are we
enough?
ready? Yeah.
Did we glue it?
Oh no, not at all.
Don't glue us.
We need to glue it. Wait, I don't have my glue on me anymore.
I don't want to be glued to a train.
Wait,
No
we
seatbelts?
have to be out of assemble mode, right?
Yes, then it will be assembled and then you can ride it. Okay, now you're good.
Okay, we got our advancement.
All aboard.
Oh, you can name the station as well. Okay, we don't have time for
Yeah.
this. I want to take this for a spin.
Does it fly?
Does it fly?
No.
I hope not. Okay, I'm controlling
Yeah,
the
me
train.
too.
Apparently, are you guys in?
Yes. We
it gonna
close
go?
the door.
Oh,
Oh, awesome.
There we go.
Nice.
No, why in a hole? Oh, we're good.
And the block stopped us.
We
Nice.
yeah.
Good to see it handles these sharp bends pretty well.
Yeah, I put those there to test it out at the end.
It's not a very long train. This is why it's performing so well. So if you make it way long... We went into a wall. But if you make it very longer, then on the curves you're going to have problems.
A carriage reached... Did you get that message as well? A carriage reached the end of the train? Or the track?
No, you're the driver.
Wait. Hold space to approach track station.
Yes.
And it
will
automatically
line you up with the
aligns it?
station.
Okay, that's
Yes.
cool. Okay, I'm going to be honest. This train looks horrible. But I'm excited
Yeah,
that
that
it
is
works.
going to be your... Yeah, that is going to be your feeling for the foreseeable future until you get it right.
Oh, the wheels look so cool on the bottom. That's so awesome.
This is train experiments. This is. I'm
Actually,
happy to
none
take
of them
all this
are
stuff
mine.
If you don't want it.
Oh no, I'll
Fine.
take the stuff back. I'll clean up if you like.
No.
Hey.
Don't worry. I'll bring this home with me. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, I'm worrying about it. Cool cat, I'm watching you.
Talking about.
That is called teamwork. He's watching you. I can take the stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got robbed a few materials there, but that was so much fun with Lashmac and Coolcat. Trying to figure out the trains, we did manage to get something moving across the yard, and I thought I would bring you guys in here since I'm trying to plan a route to spawn, So it's been quite a while later for me. I've been working on various train designs, which we are going to build, but first we need a train track. I'm not going to touch the yard because I really don't want to rush this process. And I have some I want like a grand ceiling in here, like a really tall ceiling, really open space. And I think it has to be dug out a little bit more in width. Basically, it has to be bigger than what it is. So I've got a lot more digging to do. But either way, the train track is going to originate somewhere over here, and it's going to follow this soul soil. So it's quite intuitive to place the tracks. You just click on the track twice, and then it gives you this preview here. And it seems that you can make curves and also slopes like we have over there. And when you're doing this, it does actually cost you a rail depending on distance. You can see there just above the hotbar. Up here is 32 blocks, which it looks like is the maximum you can do at once. You can place it once. So yeah, we need a track to spawn. And I mentioned briefly last episode that we were going to send this underneath the river. I don't think there's really much benefit in doing that anymore. I was thinking about this some more, and I cleared out this little hill that was here. It still has to go back around 10 or 20 blocks maybe. And then either another retaining wall back there, or a building, or we just terraform it into the existing mountain. I'm not going to remove this whole mountain. That's just crazy. But yeah, look at this. I started to remove it, and we're getting a really nice line of sight all the way down into our train yard down there. And is another reason against sending the rail underground in this particular section. But yeah, from here we have to, I think we're going to have it come up this hill. We'll have to terraform this a bit more as well. And then off to the right hand side is Lashmac's base. It's just over that hill over there. And then on to our left, if we go straight on, we are going to hit spawn. So we have to create a T intersection somewhere here. Do we go up to that side, or do we do it before the ravine? Yeah, we're going to have to bridge across this. Yeah, see, right around here would be perfect, going through the middle of this valley and all the way to spawn. I understand Lashmac has another one of his own tunnels that he dug for his trains. And in fact, I went to see it earlier on. And that basically goes from his base over there and cuts underneath these mountains. Just behind the snow-covered mountains there. His track goes somewhere across here. So we will build a parallel track. Oh yeah, and the last thing is the flooring material underneath the tracks. And for the bridge sections, for example, when we cross the ravine, we'll have to figure out a flooring material. I've been using this soul soil, which I think looks really nice on the approach. But I don't think we want to use that everywhere underneath the tracks. I mean, it's possible, but there is apparently a tool for that job. So from here, I began to plot an exact route for the track, clearing all the trees in the way and doing some minor terraforming to lay the rail. This is just a first pass, and we'll need to come through here at a later date to refine the look of the tracks. But for now, we just need a functional railway line. Alright, so mission accomplished. We have a railway all the way to spawn. I'm not 100% sure about this first slope here. It feels a little bit steep to me, we might have to shallow it up a little. But yeah, other than that, it's like a straight shot all the way to spawn. If we follow this rail all the way down, careful across the ravine. It's just a 1-block dirt bridge, but we'll definitely build a bridge across there. And yeah, there's a couple of height variations. We have a few slopes integrated. But I try to reduce the amount of those as much as possible, so I built up the terrain in a couple of places here just to even out the dirt. But again, this is just a first pass, and we'll come through here and refine everything. This is Lashmac's safety something. Lashmac's rescue camp. And not too far past the rescue camp, we see Mandalorian and also Lash's brand new shop, which we are definitely going to check out here. He has some apparently good deals. Or he said he had good deals, so we'll definitely have to check out his shop. Yeah, so the rail stops right here. We are very, very close to spawn, around 50 blocks away. 00 is somewhere around here. And there's talk of building a full train station at spawn here. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go. Probably right around here. And that is going to be a community project I'm very much interested in taking on. So we're going to be building 2 train stations, one at our own base and one here. But yeah, it's about... Wait, what happened here? What did I do? I didn't notice this before. That is going to have to get straightened out. How did I not see that when I was... in the time-lapse or when I was building this thing? I have no clue. Okay, I moved it all over a block. Now it's a straight shot all the way to spawn. And you know what? Just before laying this track, I also laid some other tracks, vanilla minecart tracks this time. So you know how we had that issue with the iron golems? Just because we had too many villagers next to the iron farm? Well, I moved them underneath our workshop and they were driving me crazy. All you could hear was the villagers whenever you were near the chests. And we could not have that. So I laid some more track and moved them once again. This time just in a little cave off to the side, out of the way. And once again, we should have a functional iron farm. Although saying that, I haven't seen a single iron golem spawn yet. I honestly don't know what's up with that. I'll have to troubleshoot it later on. But we'll certainly need the iron production to keep going for all these train tracks. And it looks like we used around half a barrel. Okay, so now that we have tracks in place, we're going to have to build ourselves a train, right? And our very first attempt here didn't go so well. I mean, it was a success, but it doesn't look the greatest. We did, however, learn a lot about how the trains work through this very first train, and I also like the use of these metal girders as part of the train design, which we are going to use in our second attempt, which I've already been designing in a creative world, at least most of it. And the other thing we're going to make use of is the brand new Copycat blocks, and these things are amazing. Brand new in the Rise and Shine update. Okay, so how do these work? It's like the...
So you can place it down somewhere, and then right-clicking on it will give it, a texture.
And you get the block back. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Coolcat and I were messing around with these things for hours. I think it was like 2 hours we were messing around with this train system. Coolcat even managed to get fancy with the train tracks and design some sort of a fence. That is a weird looking fence.
It is.
Very sturdy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome.
There's my fence.
I love his brain. Let's open it up and
there
see.
We go.
You can't have more.
Can you have dirt in here? Yeah, that looks so funny. Yeah, by the way, grass totally works. Look at that.
Yeah. Wait a minute, if you put down a copycat slab like that and you put grass in it, look at that.
Oh, that's actually quite nice.
It's like a slightly wider variant to the moss carpet.
Yes.
You can have some really nice terrain variation with that.
Yeah, and it's actually grass. It's not like an off-green moss texture.
Yeah. But if you put spruce signposts on the windows, you can make like
Ooh,
a little framed like window bar.
Oh, that's so cool. And can you do it from both sides? Oh, you can't do it from both sides of the fence.
Yeah, that's the downside. To give it a little bit of variation is you can actually put it in like at an angle.
Does polytetrafluoroethylene actually fit in? No, it doesn't.
No, that was the maximum.
Needs 2 signs for the ethylene.
Yeah.
It would actually be...
Anyways.
Hylene.
Hylene.
The T's already there. Yeah, we were just going crazy with all the possibilities with these Copycat blocks and all of the different blocks from Create. It's kind of crazy how many possibilities there are with the Create blocks, and we'll definitely be taking advantage of them all. But first, let me disassemble this train. Let me gather up some material. We have a lot of materials to gather. But for now, we are just going to build a single carriage. And I know that you can kind of chain them together. I'm not exactly sure how that works. But eventually I would like to have cargo trains and then passenger plane. Not planes, trains. Hello, pillagers. Yeah, we'll have a cargo variant and a passenger variant. For now, we're just going to design the passenger variant. Alright, so I went ahead and gathered some materials here. Should be enough for our second train. As we learned, we always start with the train station. The train station isn't going to be out here. It's just going to be here so we can build the train, and then we'll move it inside the yard once that's built. So yeah, we place the train station, make sure it's pointing the correct direction. It's going to be facing this way. and we'll have to somehow build loops into the train tracks. I know there's a way you can have trains move in multiple directions if you put train controls on either end, but I think we want to just keep them a single direction and then build loops into the tracks. So we start with the train casing once you're in assemble mode, and we're going to place one here and one here. This is going to be a two bogie train. Wait, the spacings, wait, let me double check this. The spacings might be off. Okay, I double checked. For us, it's going to be a 3 block gap in between. So we're going to leave 1, 2, and 3 blocks, and then the second bogie here. You can also wrench these to change the aesthetic, and I think we're going to go with this one. We also decided as a server that we're going to limit our trains to 5 wide, so that everyone's trains fits in everyone's station. I don't know what the actual limit is, the practical limit in Create, but we are going to limit ourselves to 5 wide and 9 tall. Okay, so we have ourselves a base, and this works like some of the other contraptions in Create, where you basically just build up your train and then super glue it all together at the end. The requirements is you must have the bogie in the bottom, and you also must have train controls, which is going to sit somewhere in here, up front. And then yeah, all along the bottom side, we're going to trim this with industrial iron, the brand new block. I love this stuff. And yeah, you can see here in the Copycat block, there is actually custom textures. So this is like a quarter of a block, but it doesn't just quarter the texture, right? It does give you the full border all the way around. And that applies for quite a lot of the textures in game. Like the developers put custom textures for a lot of the stuff. Oh my goodness, I love these Copycat blocks, they're so good. So we're going to trim the train with industrial iron. And then we're going to add a big copper fluid tank up front. It's going to be 3 by 2, like so. And as far as I know, this is the only way you can place the steam whistle, which does make a sound. And you might have spotted it in the original train down there. We did try it, we were not able to get it to work, so I'm not sure what we were missing, but it has to be on the fluid tank for you to place it. Like, you can't place it on any other block. So I'm assuming this is the only way for it to function. And supposedly there is a way to activate it while the train is in motion. Wait, we're actually going to add this to the middle and add a few more sections on top. And I think you can also wrench it to change its diameter, which also changes its pitch as well. I don't know, we can mess with that later on. Just for fun, we're also going to stick a steam engine up here. And this is starting to look a little bit funny right now, but trust me, once this is done, this is going to look awesome. Oh my goodness, this thing was tricky to build, but imagine this thing coming at you full steam ahead. Hopefully it does actually move. It's also a little tricky to see, so I don't know if I missed any blocks here, but I have already went ahead and glued it together. So I just went corner to corner, and I think we got all the blocks in here. Yeah, it is a little hard to see in its current position. I should have probably built it over here on the water. Oh yeah, and one more thing. This valve here. I also learned, by the way, you can take off the netherite diving boots, and you can start to swim again. But you also keep the oxygen. Like, this doesn't break the seal, although I think it does break the seal if you're in lava. I'm not 100% sure on that though. And Lashmac just joined the game again. Anyways, this copper valve handle, you can dye it just about any colour. I was going to make it orange, but I think maybe blue. Yeah, let's go for a blue handle. Maybe we'll switch it to red. Yeah, let's go for blue. Let's go for blue. You guys wouldn't believe how long I've been at this train. Just messing about with it, like breaking and replacing blocks, just a bunch of trial and error. And still, I'm not entirely sold on it, but we'll see, we'll see. Once we're able to get this thing to move, we can always adjust it in the future, but there's one more thing after the valve. So in the new update, there's also a brand new door. It looks like it doesn't show up in the recipe list here, but it's called the andesite door, just made with the casing. And the unique thing about this is its opening animation. Look at this. It opens, like, into the block. That is so cool. That makes it perfect for the trains. So I've put on a little side entrance on this side, where we're going to have our andesite door. There. Yeah, I guess we can put it there for a bit of depth. And then on the back side, we also have another train door, which opens like a sliding fashion into the block. Maybe we should... try to have this on the inside. Not like that. Like so it doesn't clip into the block. I kind of like that. I wish we could have it open that way though. Is that a thing? Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, that's so much better. Okay. So we have 2 doors on this thing. We have our train controls, and then we're going to have an orange seat in the middle. So we can sit on this and control the train. Okay, so now I believe all we have to do is complete the assembly. And assuming we done everything correct, it's going to turn into a contraption. Oh, oh, this could be it. Wait, hold on. Let's start the replay mod. This could be our very first proper train here. Let's see if we can get this thing to move. Okay, so how do we do this? Right click on the controls. We're now controlling unnamed. Oh, we need a name for this. If you guys have any name suggestions, then let me know. Okay, let's see. Is this thing... Oh, there's Lashmac. Oh, we're moving. Oh, we are moving. Guys, we did it. This is... Oh, and it handled the slope. Oh, no, no, no. Wait, we don't want to go to the right. We have this T-junction here. Can we control this with holding left? Can we go left? Oh, we can go left. Wait, reach the end of the track. Does this not count as a valid track? Yeah, we can get out of the train at any point, and it remains a contraption until you dock it at a station and disassemble the train with the train at the train station. But what exactly is going on here? It looks like we have a double train track there, right? Let's try and replace the track. Oh yeah, and we were left with an extra one, so I guess it was kind of misplaced. And then we also have no way in here. We need some ladders for the entrance. But the idea is we build it for the platform, which is going to be raised a couple of blocks. I don't know where Lashmac went either. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing to move now. Oh yeah. It looks a little funny from the inside. Oh my goodness, this is glorious. Oh, I love this so much. I love this. And just like that, we are at spawn. We have reached the end of the line. But yeah, we can get a good view of the train out here. To be honest, it doesn't look... It's a little bit derpy. But bearing in mind, this is like my first real attempt at making a train. I made use of those plows up there, which are, yeah, for the contraptions. I also put a Nixie tube on the front, those things, which allow you to display numbers, but it looks like it doesn't work when it's part of a train, which is a bit unfortunate, but I guess we're going to keep it. And I'm also out of rail to spin this thing around. Like I mentioned, we have to have a loop on the end here to get us back into our station. And then ideally we have it on the opposite line, on the incoming line. Yeah, we're out of tracks here. So I think this is going to be a really good point to wrap up this episode. It was a little bit of a lengthy one today, but I had so much fun doing this. And I can only see some more shenanigans coming up here in the future with the trains. We need to figure out some way of moving cargo. All of the other train logistics at our base. But yeah, that's going to be for a future episode. For now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Trifecta.